Let's talk about how OCD can take a real life moment and make it feel like a crisis. Because sometimes the emotion is real, but the story that OCD builds around it is not. I'm Dr. Melissa Germain, a licensed clinical psychologist specializing in OCD and anxiety. Maybe you say something awkward to a friend or make a mistake at work, and you just naturally feel that guilt, anxiety, or embarrassment. That's part of being human. But then OCD jumps on that and puts a magnifying glass on that emotion. And now a moment of embarrassment becomes, what if I'm a terrible person? And a small mistake becomes, what if I lose my job? Then there is this really strong urge to figure out what it means about you. And because the original emotion and event were real, the OCD story can start to feel way more convincing. From a neurobiological perspective, your brain's threat system starts treating the moment like something urgent. Areas involved in threat detection and error monitoring begin signaling. Your brain saying, pay attention to this, something must be wrong. So now the guilt feels heavier. The embarrassment feels more like deep shame, and the anxiety feels like extreme danger. This is where compulsions often come in. You may be pulled to review a conversation, apologize repeatedly, ask for reassurance, or mentally try to disprove that you're not a bad person. And now this is where it's important to separate the original emotion from the OCD story. If you said something awkward and feel embarrassed, you're allowed to acknowledge that. If you made a mistake and feel guilt, it's okay to meet that with compassion. Having OCD does not mean that every emotion needs to be treated like a symptom to dismiss. You're still a human, and you're going to have human reactions to things. The work is learning how to validate the initial emotion and practice emotion regulation skills without engaging in the OCD story around it and engaging in compulsions. You can acknowledge the emotion and care for yourself through emotion regulation skills and still choose non-engagement with OCD.